Hello Pisces, welcome to Celestial Soul Tarot. We'll take a look into the energies here and see what's coming through for you. All right, what messages do we have for Pisces at this time? Messages coming in for Pisces. Right, as always, keep in mind that these readings are general. Take only what resonates with you, and you might be interested in looking into your other placements to get additional messages in regards to the other readings. Okay, so let's take a look here for Pisces. Messages for Pisces at this time. Okay, yeah, we do have the Three of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, right? So celebratory energy, right? It's the party card. It's people socializing and getting along and having fun, and could be coworkers, could be family members, siblings, neighbors, right? That kind of thing. Let's just take a look here into the runes. We'll do a casting as well. We'll dig a little bit deeper. And see what's happening here for Pisces. Okay, so yeah, so there's a situation here around a situation involving, it's like a group of people, right? It could be a smaller group, could be a clique. I mean, like I said, could be friends, could be anything, right? So keep an open mind. I typically just do an example in regards to a career or work situation and then apply that energy to an area of your life, right? Because not everyone's going through difficult work. Some people, it's difficult with friendships, difficulties with neighbors, or, I mean, who knows, right? You just keep an open mind, okay? Shift the energies as required here. If I'm not picking up your energy here, Pisces, like if this doesn't feel like you're reading, it's the energy that I'm connecting to in regards to like a partner or somebody you're closely connected to, right? Like a coworker you directly work with, right? So, I mean, again, if there's an energy situation here with between you and a small group of people, if this doesn't feel like it's your energy, then I'm picking up on their energy in regards to this reading. So if this isn't something that you're aware of, could be happening behind the scenes to make you aware of something that's going on. Like I said, maybe it's a clique in your work scenario and they're gossipy and who knows, right? So let's just take a look. Recent past, right? We have death, we have the Two of Swords, right? And so Broken Homework State and Perthro, this is essentially an energy where it's an upheaval emotionally within yourself, right? It's transformative in nature. And it's opening yourself up here to, it comes across as truth perhaps coming out or something being revealed, something that was previously hidden from you. You know, again, if some of these people were wearing masks, the masks are coming off, right? And it's changed you. So it's almost like for some of you, again, I'm using a work scenario where you're friends with some of these people, these coworkers, and you're getting along and you thought you were friends, but they weren't really your friends. You're kind of out for each other, so to speak, right? There, could be some, like I said, some gossipy type of energy or some slander or something happening behind your back that you were not aware of, right? And so for some of you, now things are starting, it's almost like your feelings, there's something that on an emotional nature that something is off with these individuals. It could be one person, it could be a small group of people, right? Male or female. But I mean, it's like you kind of know, but you don't know, right? Because the Two of Swords is here. It's like you don't have clear-cut information. You don't have all the facts, right? You don't have a lot of evidence. So it's almost like you can't see anything in the physical reality, so you feel like you don't have anything to go on. But deep within yourself, right, it's like something is happening, you know things are being said about you, right? There's something going on here and it's affecting you on a deeper nature, right? And Scorpio is that more, like it's a secretive type of energy, but it's the detective, right? It's looking behind the surface, below the surface, not the facade of, oh, we get along and we're going to go for lunch and then we're going to have drinks after work and, you know, that kind of thing. You know, you're kind of, you can pick up on the subtleties of their energies and how they behave and what's not being said to a swords. What's not being said? Are they, you know, slowly kind of getting closer and closer to each other, right? But are they kind of distancing themselves from you, so to speak? Are they, you know, only interacting and inviting each other out for lunch and excluding you? Or, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of tell things are just starting to shift with these energies and you don't know if you can trust. There's trust issues coming up here with some of these people, right? That's kind of what I'm picking up here for the Pisces that I'm talking to, right? So let's take a look now into your current situation, right? We have the Ace of Wands with the Hanging Man. Yeah. And like, I mean, with Issa and Hagalaz here, it's some sort of situation here where you're feeling isolated and alone and either you're being rejected, it's coming across as a rejection, or you know, the misunderstandings, the conflict and the drama, right? This can be internal stress and anxiety around having this deeper feeling that something's happening beneath the surface, behind the scenes that you can't see, but you're trusting that you know that there's something there that you can't physically, you don't have evidence, right? That's what's coming through here. And so some of you, it's like you've pulled away with the Hanging Man and the Ace of Wands, like you're spending some time alone, but it's like you're behind the scenes. I almost feel like some of you are like taking action in a new direction because you can't deal with this anymore, right? And I mean, for some of you, this Hagalaz energy is somebody who's the outcast. Like you're completely outcast, you're completely pushed away. Some of you are being pushed out the door is what it feels like. The conflict, the drama, the whatever. I mean, for some of you, this is physically and it's open and you know who these people are and what they're doing and what they're saying. But for some of you, it almost comes across as like an underhanded energy where you could be dealing with someone who's nice to your face and behind the scenes, you know, they're out there spreading stuff about you, right? But I mean, they still want to go for lunch and hang out and see what you have to say. And then they're like, oh, did you know that Pisces said this about you at lunch? And you know what I mean? And stirring the pot again and again. It's like, you just don't have time for that, Pisces, right? So for some of you here, it's like you're opening here yourself to, again, this is ruled by Neptune, which rules Pisces here, to, you know, seeing the picture in a different perspective and opening yourself up to releasing and letting go and surrendering to what is. Like, this is what it is. And it comes across as very unfortunate, but it's, when you see this as a perspective, as the fact it's allowing you to pursue a new direction, that's when you get clarity. That's when you get answers. That's when you get reinvigorated and excited about life here. So it almost feels like there's a transformational energy here in regards to, well, you know, you're getting rejected and you're unwanted, but that means you're being pushed into a new environment, a new work situation, something that's healthier, where people are welcoming you and you're wanted and you're valued and you're included, right? That's what's coming through here. So for some of you, it's like you're pulling away, you know, and you're kind of just focused on doing your own thing, but it almost feels like it's motivating you through the shift in perspective to go in a new direction, right? Because it's almost like you've been forced back in on yourself, being isolated, the outcast, and pushed away. Right. So again, opening yourself up to releasing a work situation that you're no longer in alignment with currently. So into the near future here with the Emperor and the Six of Wands, this is transitional, right? So the near future, this is an energy that you're working towards leaving. So this is somebody who's essentially in the process of, like, they've made up their mind. It's like you've already kind of made up your mind here. This is someone who's come out of the darkness and into the light now, you know, and they're seeing the fact that they have potential, you know, that they do good work, they are productive, right? They are hardworking, you know, they see themselves as valuable to any company, even though, you know, you could have people who are maybe threatened or jealous of the fact that, Maybe you're a natural leader. You're good at what you do. You don't need to be micromanaged. You're self-sufficient, right? You're independent. You can work on your own, right? You could be people that just, take the easy way out here with the Three of Cups. Spend more time chit-chatting at the water cooler. Take the 2-hour lunch breaks, or leave early for work. They show up late. They clock in and they clock out. These people don't put in a lot of hard work. And that's the thing, is that you could be dealing with people who are jealous and threatened of the fact that, at the end of the day, you do quality work, and you take charge of your life, and you're taking charge of your situation. So, there's something here behind the scenes that they have insecurities and deeper issues. And so if kind of feels like you could be outnumbered, where you're just in a toxic environment anyways. So if you have a variety of people working in a toxic environment, it's just going to bring the company down. So you don't want to work there anyways, right? It's time to shift your energy into a work environment that is open and inclusive, right? Welcoming, right? That sort of energy. I mean, maybe some of you are strong enough and able enough, financially motivated enough here to be your own boss. I mean, that's completely possible for some of you, right? Maybe even down the road, eventually, right? Opening yourself up to that possibility. But for the meantime, maybe there's a leadership opportunity available here for you. Some of you could already be in that position and slide right on into another company because there's an opening, or you have, friends, acquaintances who you used to work with, and they are, you're connected to them, and they know how hard you work, and you get a new opportunity there, right? Again, it's coming out of the dark and opening yourself up to the potential of something new. And like I said, whatever that might be for you, but you are potentially moving in that direction, right? You're not actually making that decision to leave right now. You are taking charge of your life. You are taking your power back. And you are going to go in a new direction, away from the conflict and the drama, towards peace and harmony. And your intuition is telling you it is time to go, but you also need to have a plan and have a strategy and look for work and be hired, and to give your 2 weeks notice and then leave. So in the meantime here, for some of you, it's just keep to yourself, focus on the work that you have to do, limit the amount of communication here with the Six of Swords, especially with the amount of people that you have to deal with, and just focus on one day at a time, and eventually you'll be moving on out of there. Like, that's essentially what's coming through here for the Pisces that I'm talking to, right? So, it does come across as one of those difficult readings, but there are a lot of people that do go through this, and, sometimes it's like you're outnumbered by the toxic energy. Then that's the wrong company for you, right? Unfortunately. And it's like, then you have to do the work and you have to look for a new job. But for some of you, you just might end up realigning with something, right out of the blue, who someone just happens to know somebody who's hiring somebody who needs, somebody that has your skill set and your qualifications, right? So it's these types of things where fated events can happen, and just have an open mind, and, don't force things to happen, but open yourself up to releasing this situation that's no longer working out. Okay. So this is what I have for you here, Pisces. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.